I'm 55. I'm a lawyer negotiating multi-million pound contracts, and yet I've just voluntarily done this. Which can only mean one thing. I've made a terrible mistake. Maybe a great one. You see, starting a side project in your 50s isn't exactly the standard path. We're sort of expected at this age to, I don't know, focus on our pensions, refine our golf swings, maybe master Sudoku. And while I can definitely confirm I'm rubbish at Sudoku, golf, and probably pensions too, what I'm strangely excited about is the idea of building something that actually matters. And yes, I realise how incredibly midlife crisis this all sounds, so I promise there will be no red sports cars involved in this video. But if you've ever read The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and frankly, if you haven't, please pause this video immediately, make yourself a strong cup of tea, and seriously reconsider your priorities for a few minutes. If you're still here, you'll remember Douglas Adams wrote that the meaning of life, the universe, and everything was 42. But he never explained the significance of getting to your 50s, realising your children are off at university, your career is perfectly fine, but you have this existential dread of, wait, is this all there is? Unfortunately, Douglas Adams left that chapter out. Thanks, Douglas. Personally, I decided my 42 was actually 55, and it looked suspiciously like starting a YouTube channel. The goal? Creating something lasting, something that doesn't vanish the moment I retire. You see, one thing nobody warned you about in your career is how quickly your absence becomes unnoticeable. We pour years into our work, we build careers, help clients, negotiate deals, and I've seen this happen time and again when my friends and colleagues have retired. It takes about a week and they're all but forgotten. It was seeing one of my closest friends who's done so much for the company he worked for retire, and the company move on so quickly that I realised that wasn't going to be good enough for me. I wanted to create something more lasting, more tangible, something that would still exist, still help people after I stopped turning up at meetings. Also, if I'm honest, something interesting I could point to at dinner parties. After all, I'm a lawyer, I negotiate contracts, has, for me, generally proved to be somewhat of a conversation stopper. Now, YouTube is obviously not the only option. Podcasting, blogging, interpretive dance, they're all valid choices. Well, maybe not interpretive dance. I don't think anybody has ever seen me dance at all, and they certainly wouldn't want to see me start by attempting interpretive dance. But YouTube works because it's personal, it's storytelling, conversation, connection. YouTube lets me share my experiences directly, even my mistakes. And given my natural inclination towards self-deprecation, YouTube's practically custom built for me. More seriously though, it's incredibly satisfying. Each video, however imperfect, is a small legacy. And unlike my day job, it's entirely under my control. And that feels pretty meaningful. Interestingly, until right this moment, I haven't told a single person I know that I'm doing this. Why? Well, let me confess this. I have a somewhat annoying habit of abandoning projects the moment I mention them to someone else. It's as though the act of sharing the plans immediately removes all motivation to continue. Terribly inconvenient, really. But I made an exception for a book I'm writing. There I found an accountability partner, and it turns out having to confess to another human being, sorry, I rewatched Monty Python sketches instead of writing, is actually quite motivating. Perhaps this video can do something similar for you. It's our little accountability circle. We'll quietly commit to doing this YouTube thing just between us. Nobody else needs to know. Not yet, anyway. And at this point, I should probably also tell you exactly how starting a YouTube channel has transformed my legal career, massively improving my negotiation skills, making me twice as efficient, and earning me promotions and fame. But I can't, because honestly, none of that's true. At least not yet. But what it has done is subtly change how I think. I'm more open to trying things, slightly braver about new ideas, and frankly, it's made the evenings and weekends when my wife is at work far more interesting. And who knows, maybe one day my YouTube fame will overshadow my amazing legal career. And on that day, I'm sure there will be a squadron of flying pigs hurtling through the air above my house. So if you've been quietly thinking of starting your own side project, YouTube or otherwise, but felt unsure or maybe a bit silly, let me say this: you're not alone. We all worry about what people might think, whether we're too old, too inexperienced, or simply too ordinary to make it work. But the wonderful, liberating truth I've discovered is that starting something new later in life is precisely what makes it special. We have stories to tell, experiences to share, and wisdom. Well, maybe not wisdom, but definitely some insights that are worth sharing. So here's my gentle challenge to you today. Just start, quietly, privately, without needing immediate validation. Maybe film a short video no one will see, or outline that first blog post. Or at the very least, leave me a comment below telling me what your secret side project would be. And remember, as Douglas Adams helpfully reminded us, don't panic. None of us really know what we're doing anyway. But at least we're not alone in our cluelessness. So yes, still wearing the sticker, still new here, but maybe that's exactly the point. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.